A new poll suggests the race appears to be tightening a little bit as we head towards a Quebec election in the fall. The Pallas poll was commissioned by L'Actualité and QC 125. Philippe J. Fournier is a polling analyst for QC 125 and joins us now. Hi, Philippe.
Good evening, Debra.
Okay, so the PQ is still out ahead, but it's not a massive lead. So what are the numbers telling you right now?
Only 18 points between first and fifth place, something we haven't seen in Quebec politics in decades. So the Parti Québécois, as you can see here, stable at 29%. In first place still, the Quebec Liberals take a hit in this poll, -3 at the province-wide. And look at the CAQ. It was left for dead just months ago, and now 20% in this Pallas poll, up 1 point. But as you will see in the next slide, among Francophones, the CAQ is making gains. The Conservatives still at 14. They're stable. They're popular, especially in Quebec City. But the most important table here is among Francophones. 34 for the PQ, 25 for the CAQ, only a 9-point gap. Among Francophones, this is the smallest gap we have seen in a long time for the Parti Québécois, so they have to be worried. But look at the Quebec Liberals here. -5 among Francophones. Charles Milliard is really taking a hit in this poll. It's a difficult poll for the Quebec Liberals.
Yeah, you talk also about the resurrection of the CAQ. In the next slide, it's really glaring.
It is glaring because we look at the older crowd. We know the CAQ is not that popular among the younger crowd, but the CAQ knows that older voters tend to vote more. And look at this, 32% for the CAQ, 30% for the Parti Québécois, and the Liberals are slipping at 25%. But when you consider the size of the sample size here, it's a triple tie here for the top, a statistical tie. And so this is really important crowd, both for the Parti Québécois and for the CAQ. If the CAQ is to make a comeback, they have to do well among the older crowd.
Okay, I want to take a look at Quebec City now because it's mind-boggling what's going on there too. Tell us about what's going on in Quebec.
Okay, so naturally we have to be careful with small subsamples, but look at this +10 for the CAQ at la capitale nationale, and the Parti Québécois dropped 9 points. Usually, Debra, when we see this, it's because it's a statistical anomaly. But last week there was a poll done by Synopsis, published by La Presse, that saw the exact same trend as this. And so perhaps there's something happening in Quebec City which seemed favorable in the last 3 years to the Parti Québécois, but now we have the Conservatives and the CAQ battling for first place dans la capitale nationale. This could matter a whole lot this October.
Okay, but at the same time, maybe the CAQ should not pop the champagne yet because satisfaction, how does that look?
That's the thing, is that voting intentions is one thing, but we have to look at how people are satisfied with their government. And look at this, 20% are satisfied. This is down 2 points from last month, so this is roughly stable. But the don't knows and neutral went down 12 points. And look at this, unsatisfied up 14 points in a month. Now, this 20% of satisfied matches the CAQ number, so it's not anomalous. But this tells us that perhaps the ceiling of the CAQ went down a little bit because a lot of voters are unsatisfied. And basically, no party will like this poll. There's no good news for anybody in this poll, and that sets up the pre-campaign very well for the summer.
And just in terms of the CAQ, is this saying then that maybe they've hit the ceiling?
Well, maybe they're close to their ceiling. Something we have to look at, especially among Francophones. At 25% among Francophones, the CAQ would win many seats. Now, how many seats could they take in the projections? We'll see. There's a Léger poll coming later this week. But if the Parti Québécois continues to hover around 29%, there's no majority government coming to Quebec City next fall. And so it will be a battle, a completely split National Assembly if those numbers hold.
All right. Thank you so much, Philippe.
Thank you, Debra.